I freaking hate that getting dressed just sometimes ruins my whole day. And I don't know if I hate it because it sucks or because it's just so sad that I know that so many of you and so many women and people, it just ruins their day. Like this teddy bear shirt, I was so excited to wear it. I found it this weekend shopping and I was just so excited about it. And then I put it on and I just didn't like the way it looked on my body. Or the way my body looked in it, I guess.
Do you remember the first time you looked in the mirror and felt like something was wrong with your body, thinking the problem was you? For the first 20 years of my life, I was honestly convinced that my body was a problem I had to solve. I believed that if I could just shrink myself, take up less space, I would finally be happy. It took me way too long and a lot of pain to finally realize that my body was never the enemy. The real problem is a multi-billion-dollar lie that we've all been sold. A lie precision engineered to make you hate your body so they can sell you the cure. And I know I'm not the only one who's felt that way. It's that quiet, knowing anxiety that's living in the back of our minds, that we're somehow too much. That low-level buzz of self-criticism every time we look in the mirror, see a tagged photo, or just scroll through our phones. We've been conditioned to see our bodies not as homes, but as fixer-uppers in constant need of renovation. We are taught to be insecure, conditioned to seek approval by looking a certain way. We're told to shrink, to tone, to slim down, and that our happiness is just waiting for us on the other side of a smaller dress size. But what if I told you that this feeling is not a personal failing? It has nothing to do with willpower or discipline. What if it's a carefully constructed cage built over decades, specifically designed to trap you in a cycle of self-doubt for someone else's profit?
If you wake up every day hating your body and hating the way you look, you're stuck in this pattern of unworthiness, you don't know how to break free because you've tried dieting and exercise and everything in between, I want you to hear this because I was in your exact same shoes and I wish someone shared this life-changing message with me. I literally spent my whole life hating the way I looked. No matter how much my body changed, no matter how much weight I lost, I still looked in the mirror and felt so unworthy. I even went to the lengths of getting plastic surgery and felt still unworthy. And I wondered why. Why is it that these thoughts haunted me no matter where I went? I did everything right. I dieted, did intermittent fasting, I worked out a lot. I made it my life's mission to basically always be on this quest to lose weight. And so why was I always miserable? One day I finally learned that the reason why I was miserable is because I had the complete wrong approach to my life. I let diet culture, the pressures from our unrelenting beauty standards basically control my life.
Today, we're going to take that cage apart piece by piece. I'm going to teach you how to embrace and love your body and break free from this toxic social media addiction that is destroying our mental and physical health. Because your body doesn't suck. The system that taught you to hate it does. Hey Queens, my name is Alyssa and thank you for stopping by. I can honestly tell you that in my 20-something years, I'm a veteran of body image fears and a survivor of obsession with skinny and extreme dieting culture. I used to put my body through so much stress while trying to maintain a goal weight that I had considered the norm. And I would like to make a disclaimer that this topic is very personal to me. And first, I would like to help as many girls and women as I could to break free from the body image prison. While there are girls and women who are genetically slimmer than the rest of us, you can always tell the difference between slim and healthy and skinny and underweight. If you guys are not familiar with SkinnyTok, it's a subculture that had originated on TikTok, centered around losing weight, counting calories, promoting willpower and strict discipline while curating a skinny mindset. Being skinny is a life motto. Be thin and you'll be loved. Be thin and you'll be successful. Be thin and your life will magically fall into place.
Skinny is the outfit. Being skinny sends a message. You respect yourself. You prioritize yourself. You don't put yourself last. It's not just hot, it's high value because skinny cannot be bought. You can't swipe your card. There's no add to cart for self-discipline. You look expensive because you are expensive.
And it's not just TikTok. It's practically baked into our culture. Think about it. It's in every movie, every commercial, and the after pictures are always slimmer than before. And the virus is everywhere. It's on social media 24/7. It's in the videos what I eat in a day from influencers, eating dangerously low calories. It's in the filters that can shave inches off of your waist in a single tap. It's in the viral trends where young people laugh at what they would look like as if they were chubby, driving home the idea that a bigger body is something to be mocked. SkinnyTok looks like a very motivational, health-driven, clean girl, that girl space at first glance.
It's not your hormones, it's your late night snacking. You can be mad at the truth or you can get results. Cravings are not hunger. They are emotions in disguise. If hunger isn't the problem, food isn't the solution. Prioritizing comfort is literally costing you confidence.
But underneath it all lies a very dangerous body image obsession, extremely unhealthy diets, and a lot of misinformation. Since the majority of these girls are very poorly educated and gather their own information from the same circle of influencers.
Being hot needs to be your priority. Here's why. Do you want people to pay attention to you? Do you want people to listen to you when you talk? You want to make more money? Cool. Then let's talk about why you need to be hot. When you look good and you know you look good, the world shifts. People treat you better. You get more yeses, more respect, more opportunity. Not because you're shallow, because people perceive you as someone who takes care of herself and has high standards.
And the biggest underlining thread of it all is that they themselves believe that our bodies is a problem to be solved. It's a project to be endlessly tweaked. It's a fixer-upper that's never quite done. Trying to become healthier, watching what you eat, and losing weight is not a sin. The real catastrophe here is that it's being pushed out to millions of vulnerable girls out there who's already struggling with body image through horrendous bullying, lies, and misinformation. The whole trend is based on pseudoscience. Suddenly, there are food groups that are being demonized. Influencers with a straight face will tell you that bananas and mangoes are very bad for you and make you gain weight. This is not only scientifically false, fruit as a part of a healthy diet, but it's also extremely dangerous to be tapping into our fears while trying to sell a false promise of control.
Here's how we're going to stop overeating. Number 1, stop using food as a reward. You're not a dog. How about we reward ourselves with something that makes us hotter? Go get your nails done. Go get a new workout set. Treat yourself to a Pilates class.
Food isn't just fuel. It triggers the release of feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, leading to a sense of happiness and satisfaction, which are particularly helpful during stressful times. Allowing yourself to enjoy food in moderation can reduce feeling of deprivation and binge eating, fostering a more balanced approach to eating. What they should be telling you is that rewarding yourself with food can be positive if done in moderation and with mindful choices, contributing to a healthy relationship with food and potentially enhancing motivation and well-being. But instead, they're glamorizing toxic relationship with food and body shaming each other while slapping on pretty filters wrapped around in the mean girl aesthetic.
The best tip to look expensive is to be skinny.
Want automatic respect? Get skinny. Respect is easier to get when you look like discipline. Because the world doesn't reward effort. It rewards evidence.
Another bullet point here is that long-term restriction just doesn't work. Your body is wired for survival. It doesn't know that you want to fit into a specific size of jeans. It just knows that it's being starved. So it cranks up your hunger signals and cravings. When you inevitably give in to those biological needs, the physiological machine like TikTok roars to life, telling you you're weak and a failure. And that shame is what fuels the next round of restriction. I'll be good tomorrow, you're telling yourself. And the cycle starts all over again. It's a psychological prison to make you feel miserable and alone. The fact that this trend is now trending is not an accident. It's engineered. If you feel like you're fighting a battle you cannot win, it's because you are. Your opponent is not your body. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Let's look at the facts here. The diet and weight loss industry is a financial monster, and its entire business model is built on your failure and not your success. Think about it. If a diet program would actually work and sustained in the long run, these companies would go out of business. They need repeat customers. They need you to lose weight, gain it back, and then return blaming yourself every single time. You are A perfect customer trapped in a cycle of shame and repurchasing everything from meal plans to fitness apps. And now the most profitable venture is medicalizing weight loss for cosmetic reasons. And the recent explosion of drugs like Ozempic being used for weight loss is a perfect example. These drugs, originally meant for type 2 diabetes, have been rebranded by social media and celebrity culture as a magic pill to stay slim.
My favorite thing to be is skinny. And I fear you cannot say that out loud, but it is my favorite thing to be, and it is my favorite fear to not be.
Hashtags about them have billions of views on social media, creating such high demand that at one point there was a shortage in the world for people who actually needed to live. This isn't about health, it's about profit. Your desperation is their gain. And the irony of the whole situation is the fact that your desperation has been artificially curated by these companies. And the influencers who are promoting this lifestyle are extremely insecure, ill-educated, and are working for free for these companies without even realizing it. They're brainwashed to live a certain narrative, and I can honestly tell you it's a cult. I can recognize one with my eyes closed because I used to be a part of this industry.
Hey guys, this is what I eat in a day to stay lean and feeling good. For breakfast, I had 3 eggs and some raspberries. I always try to eat eggs every day because they have so many great nutrients.
Do you even realize how unhealthy this portion is? It's lacking carbohydrates and healthy fats needed for sustained energy and overall well-being. There is not enough fiber that aids in digestion, helps regulate blood sugar, and most importantly, promotes the feeling of fullness. These girls are deliberately starving themselves, depriving their bodies of minerals and nutrients that are absolutely essential at that age, and they're telling millions of their followers to do the same. They even got their die-hard fans, aka recruits. Every cult needs recruits to bring new members in. And these recruits go to other social media accounts of girls, probably like yourself, who have been living a pretty much relatively healthy lifestyle to begin with. They eat regular balanced portions, their bodies have very good amount of body fat and muscle mass, and they allow themselves occasional treats so they don't fall into the skinny narrative. Do you guys remember this big back term that had originated in 1992 and was originally used to describe women with a larger, more voluptuous back? Recently, however, it has gained a negative connotation, denoting people who are overweight and eating amounts of food that some people may consider excessive. The key word here is some people. Yes, being extremely overweight and overeating is detrimental to your health, but we're talking about regular portions here that nowadays somehow are being considered too much by the cult, therefore leading to calling regular, healthy girls being too big, especially if they voice their opinions or concerns. I think the biggest spokesperson for the skinny girl cult has been Liv Schmidt.
Green tea is the only personality trait you need. Walk everywhere like it's your full-time job. Stop eating before you're full. Be mysterious about it. Eat light and fresh and in delicate portions. Do what you want with this information.
She went on to the extreme of promoting an eating disorder as a healthy lifestyle and prioritizing flat stomach over mental and physical health. Eventually, she got banned from TikTok for violating community guidelines and promoting dangerous practices. The scariest part of it all, that she had gained an enormous amount of followers, which she then took over to Instagram and created group chats with monthly subscriptions where she supposedly would give advice without having any medical knowledge or background to vulnerable girls being as young as 17-year-old. Apparently, she had made hundreds of thousands of dollars before Meta demonetized her. And as a part of any other cult, which I know SkinnyTok hasn't really officially been recognized as one, people like her, aka leaders or the elderlies, would demonize and curse anyone who would go against their values, beliefs, and rules. Instead of using educational practices and preaching healthy mindset, they would choose body shaming, mean girl behavior, and extreme bullying as means of encouragement to one another to starve yourself to perfection.
I was a part of Liv Schmidt's Skinny Society group chat. let's talk about it. I will not lie to you guys, it took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out why so many people did not like Liv Schmidt. I started following her about a year ago, and at the time that I followed her, all of the stuff that I was seeing from her was, in my opinion, genuinely good advice. Basically, the message that she was pushing was that it's okay to want to be skinny, you just need to do it in a healthy way and you can't obsess over it, like just get 10K steps a day and control your portions, stuff like that. I was subscribed to Liv for about a month, and that lasted until I saw a post of hers that absolutely made my jaw drop. This post was unlike anything I had seen her post before. It was literally something straight out of 2014 ED Tumblr. Why I don't eat like a tourist. I'm not here to try the food. I'm here to look sculpted on the beach. TripAdvisor says pasta. I say lemon water and silence. My memories don't come from meals. They come from how flat my stomach was. Bloated in a bikini for a local plate? Absolutely not. Aside from that being one of the corniest, cringiest things I have ever read, holy shit, you guys. There was literally so much to unpack with that post. So the first thing that I'm going to say is it's okay to be excited about food. If you are traveling, especially to another country and another culture, the food that you try can be one of the best parts of your experience. If your main priority when you go on vacation is to look skinny on the beach, that is a very sad life that you are living, and I hope you recover soon. That post completely woke me up. It broke me free of the SkinnyTok chains. It reminded me of something that I saw another anti-SkinnyTok creator say on this app. She basically said that the reason why a lot of these women are so obsessed with being skinny is because they have no internal sense of confidence. The only reason why women like Liv Schmidt feel good about themselves is because they are skinny and pretty. And that's why they become so obsessed with being skinny and pretty, because they know that if they lose that, their identity would crumble.
You want in the club, but you're not willing to pay the cover charge? Nothing in life is free, and that means being fit and thin and skinny as well. I know if you're on SkinnyTok, you've heard that skinny is rented, and it is true. And rent is due every single day.
If skinny is rented, let's talk about the price you pay. And it isn't just the money you spend on the number on the scale. The price is your life, physical and mental health. It's the theft of your time, joy, and peace of mind. First, think about mental real estate. How much of your brain power is taken up by thoughts of food and body image obsession? The constant counting of calories in, calories out, the planning, the worrying, the bargaining. Should I eat this? Should I not? Okay, I ate this, so I'm going to punish myself tomorrow at the gym. Just imagine how much energy you're pouring out, how much stress you're putting yourself under to get validated, and by who? What problems could you solve if your mind wasn't a calorie counting machine? Diet culture steals your focus. It keeps your world small. Beyond it all is the emotional toll. Living in the constant state of self-criticism just grinds down your self-worth. You start to believe that your value as a person is tied to your size. This isn't just about feeling bad about your body. It's a wound to your soul that can lead to severe mental health struggles, including body dysmorphia and eating disorder. And here's the biggest irony. The constant chase for thinness can wreck your physical health. The cycle of restricting and binging, also known as yo-yo dieting, puts an incredible stress on your body. It can mess with your metabolism, increase inflammation, and raise some serious health problems that you were promised you wouldn't have should you stay skinny. And the chronic stress from constantly hating your body is a major health risk on its own.
This is going to be a hard pill for some of you to swallow, but we need to have a serious talk. This whole skinny talk, chasing being thin, is going to ruin your body. Here's a few reasons why. So when you're losing weight rapidly without gaining muscle, you're losing muscle. The more muscle you have on your body, the more calories you will burn at rest. So muscle burns more calories than fat. So the more muscle you build, the more calories you can eat while staying thin. And muscle actually boosts your metabolism. And when you're losing all of this weight with no muscle, no strength training, you're also losing bone density. So for women, your bone density decreases when you hit 35. That's not that old.
Before you watch the next reel, I want you to know that all of those skinny girls of TikTok can potentially become a girl in this video.
I'm pretty thin. See this? I'm pre-diabetic. I need you to listen to me. It doesn't matter what your body shape looks like. When you're 30 plus, if you do not have muscle mass, your body is going to have a hard time processing sugar.
And now it's time to educate ourselves a little bit and break down some of the skinny testaments and beliefs.
Practicing portion control is not toxic. Counting calories is not toxic. Slow down, listen to your body's hunger cues. Sometimes for us to even know what true hunger feels like, we might have to sit in it in a little bit. You know what I mean? If the moment that we feel any type of craving, we go and eat, we're not going to understand what our hunger cues feel like, and that's going to set us up to not be able to intuitively eat.
Let me translate that for you as a veteran and a survivor of this toxic industry. What she's calling for is not to curb your hunger, but to go to war with your own body. When you're hungry, your body releases hormones like ghrelin that stimulates the production of stomach acid to prepare for digestion. If there's no food to process, this acid starts irritating the stomach lining, potentially leading to discomfort, acid reflux that damages your esophagus, heartburn, dyspepsia, and the formation of stomach ulcers. And while it may seem too far-fetched for you to process now, take it from someone who's had 2 endoscopies, 1 colonoscopy, had woken up in the middle of the night screaming from agonizing pain, being treated for dyspepsia, followed by gobbling pills and medication to help heal the esophagus and prevent potential holes and ulcers. That's what you get for messing with your body. Drinking water dilutes your stomach acid, but it's a very short-term relief. You should not be chugging water to suppress your appetite, especially in the morning. Eating breakfast is paramount important because it provides your brain and body with nutrients and minerals needed to function optimally throughout the day. It kickstarts your metabolism and contributes to better weight management. And the pack of electrolytes and a cup of water is not a replacement for nutrients your body needs to function throughout the day. A filling and nutritious breakfast boosts your metabolism. It helps regulate appetite, hormones, reducing the urge to overeat and snack on unhealthy snacks throughout the day.
There's one thing that skinny people do very differently compared to others who are overweight or might be struggling with their weight. When I use the word skinny, I am talking about slimmer, leaner, just smaller. If you already feel triggered by the word skinny, this is not for you. So skinny people view food as something that is optional always, and they are very deliberate with what they are eating.
Food is not optional. It's a necessity. Suppressing hunger affects your gut health. And as a former cult member, I can honestly tell you that I am still dealing with irreversible gut health issues. Appetite regulation is linked to gut microbiome, and changes in your eating habits can disrupt the balance in your gut bacteria. Trying to artificially control your appetite hormones potentially affects your metabolism. Yes, you should not be eating a donut or a cupcake 30 minutes after a heavy meal. You should wait at least 2 to 3 hours until your stomach or your body actually digests the food. But I am talking about deliberate meal skipping and appetite suppression just to stay slim.
These people are selling restriction as wellness. And this has been happening since literally the very beginning of social media. And now we have TikTok giving us low-cal inspo and clean eating and coquette and ballet core, when it's really all just girls who are a size 00 who only drink lemon water until 2 p.m. when they have their first meal of 5 almonds.
So how do you escape a prison you can't even see? How do you fight back? The answer is not a new diet or 30-day glow-up challenge. The answer is rebellion. A conscious and deliberate choice to reject the system's artificial standards and reclaim your mind. This isn't about forcing yourself to love your body every single day. This is just another impossible standard. This is about changing your mindset and realizing that your body is the most precious thing in the entire world. It's not to be taken for granted. It's letting you live. And it also can retaliate against you in the most brutal and ruthless way. When you lose your health, none of those things like having a flat stomach or looking hot in a bikini would matter to you anymore. The first act of rebellion is curating your environment. You need to become a ruthless bouncer for your social media feed. Unfollow, mute, block. Anyone whose content makes you feel less about yourself has to go. I don't care if they have millions of followers. If your health goes down the drain, those influencers are not going to sit by your side and hold your hand through the darkest, toughest moments of your life. You cannot follow someone for their looks when all they're doing is slowly destroying their health to achieve those looks. Everyone is built differently.
If you need some skinny motivation today, I'm going to be the one to give it to you. Every time you're eating, pretend like you're sitting next to Bella Hadid.
What if I don't want to look like any celebrity out there? They could be taking GLP-1 or having unhealthy diets to begin with. Their bodies do not fit into a realistic shape of a human being because this is their choice. Their job requires them to be that skinny, especially models. Actually, their standards are narrated by the industry that does not care about their health or well-being. It cashes in by selling you a glamorous product. There are several documentaries out there that you can watch about models coming out and actually confessing to despicable things they had to put their bodies through just to get the job. Diet culture has a whole vocabulary of shame that you need to throw out of the window, girlfriend. Food isn't moral. It's not a sin to be punished for. It's fuel, pleasure, culture, connection with people. It's not a measure of how good of a person you are. Practice self-compassion. Shift your focus from what your body looks like to what it does. Your body is an incredible machine. It breathes for you. It heals you. It lets you hug somebody you love. It lets you experience life. Start thanking it for what it allows you to do. Same goes for exercise. Redefine movement. For too many of us, exercise is punishment. Incentivize yourself. Change your workout goals from looking a certain way and hitting a number on a scale to working on strengthening your core and building your muscle mass needed for your body to survive and thrive. If you're desperately trying to lose that stubborn belly fat and you're active and you're working out and you're eating healthy, then maybe it's time for you to take a step back and realize that that's a message your body is sending you, that it needs that fat to thrive. Once I adopted this narrative, I was finally able to come to terms and find peace with my body. Breaking free is the most powerful act of self-care there is. It's not about loving your body every single day. It's about getting to a place where your reflection does not get to decide your happiness or self-worth. It's about taking back probably thousands of hours that had been spent obsessing over food and weight, and using that time for things that actually feed your soul. It's about eating a piece of birthday cake, jumping into a pool with your kids, going to a beach with your friends, and actually enjoying the waves and the sun without constantly looking over your shoulder, expected to be judged by a bunch of strangers. It's about saying yes to life that you live right now in the body you have today. Your life is far too valuable to spend it waiting on a number on a scale to give your permission to live it. If this conversation hit home and you want to be a part of a community that's pushing back against this toxic system, hit that subscribe button. This is a place for conversations just like that. And feel free to comment down below and let me know what you think if you have something to add to this topic. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.